YouTube? It's your girl Jacoby on the ones and twos, and I have my brothers here today. We're gonna do a little we're gonna do a little sibling tag. This is my brother Robert, and this is my brother Frederick. And so since I came home, I wanted to do some family videos, and so this one is a sibling tag. I just randomly got 15 questions off of the internet, and we're just gonna dive right in. You'll see how crazy my family is. So I guess the very, very first one is we can say like who's the oldest, who's the middle, who's the baby.
I'm the oldest.
I'm the middle child.
And I'm the baby. I'm sorry. What age gap is between you? So between the oldest and me is 5 years and 3 years for this one. And y'all two are 18 months apart, right? Or right? Okay. Okay, so Frederick, or whichever one y'all want to do. What is the funniest memory that involves your sibling? Or sibling, if you just have one that pops up.
I mean, I guess really that time, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, since it's your YouTube, we'll tell everybody. So, Jacoby thought that
I was on drugs or something.
Yeah, something. She was, I guess, getting out of the tub, and she wasn't all the way dry. And Mama said you weren't dry or something like that.
She said that my back was wet.
And she said, so?
I
Like
don't
she
know.
had an attitude, and I was in my room, and I guess Robert was in his room. But all I know is whatever I was doing, I looked up, and I mean I got up and ran to like the door, and Robert had did the same thing, and we were just in the hallway listening, and it was so funny, cause you ended up getting a whooping.
Yeah, my mama beat me, like.
Sounded like bacon.
I didn't have no clothes, like
her packet.
right out the shower, and I ran to the back because I thought Daddy was gonna help me, and he just moved out of the way, and Mama continued to beat me. Okay, all right. The second one is I guess we can do this currently. What did you most fight about as children or now? I'm gonna say I don't think we have a particular subject. We just all have to, in my opinion, before we start arguing on tape, I feel like we always have to get the last word. So it's like I can say something to you, especially like being Frederick. Sometimes we can just keep going back and forth and through text message or whatever. And I'd be like, okay. Frederick will be like, well, stop texting me. Then I'd be like, well, stop responding. And we can just keep going back and forth. But I don't think it's like a particular, to me, I don't think it's a particular thing. We all be grown and we all be like, you're not finna talk to me like that. We not finna do this. We not finna do this. We can square up right now. And then we'll be talking about somebody like 5 minutes later.
Well, Frederick is Mr. Professor, so you can't tell him nothing.
Well, you really can't talk.
That's why Daddy called you Mr. Professor.
No, he does that because that's his perception. I've never said I think I know everything. I don't think I know everything.
So can we just? So I guess it's kind of like, oh, and you also can't tell none of us nothing. In my opinion, like we say that, but we'll be the first one to be on that mentality of like.
I don't think that's true to me. I think what it is that we all feel like whatever that we're saying is right. I don't think that necessarily means you can't tell us anything. Because if you feel like what you're saying is right and you're gonna support it with whatever, it's not necessarily that you're rebutting what I'm saying, or that I'm rebutting what you're saying as to not be true. It's just that I really feel like I'm right, just like you might feel that you're right.
Well, yeah. and then sometimes with you, like when you get in your little mood where like I ain't doing it, so like folks got to beg you to like do stuff sometimes.
Like what?
Like yesterday taking the pictures, you was acting like I'm not saying anybody begged you to take the picture. I'm just saying you was just yesterday. You was just like, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? I just got stuff I gotta do. I'm like, man, but we okay.
Well, that is one thing. We're very strong, opinionated people. That's in our whole family, especially my daddy's side. So it's like when we in a mood, because Robert, when you be in your mood, it's like we just gonna leave you
It's
alone.
the same difference. It was nothing wrong. Nobody begged me to do anything.
I didn't
You
say
asked
anybody
me,
begged you. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying that you used that example
But you had
to
a
like
tool.
try to support.
I mean, it was just
I
your
didn't
whole
I
like
didn't have a tool.
demeanor.
I didn't
Like
have
you was
a
just
tool.
like, oh, let's just hurry and get this over with because I'm ready to go.
I
Like,
didn't have a tool.
but that was your demeanor though.
Let's go. Okay, so how did that?
Like I said,
affect you?
when we're all in our
I mean, I just saying it
moods-
affect. I'm
Okay,
just saying we supposed to be.
okay.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Okay, we almost through. What is your favorite thing about your siblings, Frederick?
What does that mean?
I mean, because I told you I had 15. Robert Crickets. I love how you can find like the funny in everything. Like even when I know that you're going through a lot, I like how we can just talk about stuff and you always just make, I don't know, sometimes you probably do use it as some type of mechanism, but it's like the fact that you can find like the funny in everything when I know you want to just like break down and be like, if it, excuse me, I really love it about you. And your hustle drive, because boy, you can find, I was gonna say shit in the snowstorm. You can find shiggity in the snowstorm. Like I really love that about you. Like you always make me laugh. And that has taken, not like the comedy aspect of it, but like just that attitude and that drive that you have. It will continue to take you further, especially how y'all were like the kids. I really love it about you. Frederikus. I love like your dedication to your goals, like how you, can I say that you want to well, the projects that you're working on, I love that you haven't lost like sight. Not saying that you've lost sight of anything that you want to do. I like how you have steadily made yourself and prepared yourself to do the things that you want to do in this upcoming year and further. Like, and you're actually sticking to it, you know, and you know what phase that you're in right now. I love that drive that you do have and the consistency in it, because I can see where it's going to lead you. And I just love both of y'all. Like, I love that I can call and talk to y'all. And I love the pettiness that is within us. I'm surprised we haven't gotten into a fight yet. I'm done. Who wants to go? He said he wanted to go last.
I love about you, Jacoby. I love how you're kind of a mix between the two of us. So it's kind of like you're the, you know, you have Frederick's dedication, his stick-to-itiveness, how he knocks down his goals, or he sets his mind to do something and he goes after it and he accomplishes it. And then at the same time, you have my, you got like my energy, like my craziness, a part of my personality where we can joke and just, you know, just be free. You know what I mean? I like that about you. You're kind of like a mixture between me and Frederick. You know, you're very astute, and at the same time, you crazy. Because everybody's swerving down, I'm crazy, and I'll be like, yeah, my sister crazy too. But
I'm
so yeah,
smoking crazy.
I like that. I like that about you. I also like how you bounce back, like you like me. You know, once we get to that point where we just don't, we ain't got no, you know what I mean? you bounce back. You take you can take a L and be like, it's all good. Like, it's all good. So I love that about you. Nothing keeps you down. No. Frederick, I love how you set a goal. Like Jacoby said, I love how you set a goal and you go after it and you get it. It's inspiring and encouraging, especially for me, because there's a lot of things that I would like to do, and it just seems like I'm always going in every direction with this and with this and this. But watching you say, hey, I'm doing this, man, and it don't matter if mom and daddy like it. It don't matter if I'm doing this. I mean, you've already made some moves this year that was just like, well, dang, like he ain't for real messing around. And a lot of people do a lot of talking about what they're gonna do, but they never do anything, right? So my brother is one person. He'll probably tell you one time, because number one, he understands he don't need your validation. Number two, he don't need your permission. So if he shares it with you, then he cares enough about you to share what he got going on. You know what I mean? But after that, beyond that, if I don't say nothing else to you, know that I'm working behind the scenes. So I really, really admire that and love that about you, because it tells me that, Robert, you got to keep pushing, because it can be done. And I don't have to show you a celebrity, let you meet somebody to see that it's already being done. I got a brother right here that's, making moves. So just be on the lookout for him. And yeah, so that's what I like about both of you guys. You so extra.
Okay. Let's see. I would agree for Jacoby. I do think that you're a mixture of us two, and that's just a cosign on that. I mean, I'm not gonna use that as one because he's already said it, but there is like an in-between, like a balance between myself and Robert that I think equals you, because you do have a lot of his characteristics, but I also think you have a lot of mine. You do have a level of energy like unto what Robert has, but also you have the balance of, setting goals and doing things that, I don't know, there's a balance of where you really, really, really play hard, work hard, but you also play hard too. And you do set goals and you get them. You're one, like Robert also said, you're very resilient in certain situations and things that you may tell us have happened. You're also one to go get. I definitely admire how, I don't know if they're aware, just in what you did for your master's degree. I thought that was very inspiring to know that you had a goal and there were things that you needed to do, and the way you has your work schedule set up, and you came in on the weekends and you stayed later first to even ask permission to see if it could be done, so you could work the work-study job that you needed to do during the day to pay for it. And to do that for how long?
18 months.
18 months. I think that's very commendable. It just, shows that you really had your mind made up for it, and you had a bigger picture, and you sacrificed because you knew you had a goal, and you did it. And then when you got the job in New Mexico, you were like, hey, I want to go. I'm one that's more, I won't say timid, but I'm more, I don't know, cautious and a little bit more laid back in making decisions like that, just because, I've never been more than 2.5 hours away from home, but you were like, I'm going to New Mexico, and then to go and, got a job, and you have friends out there, and you seem to be enjoying the city. So just that, I admire that. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. Robert, God. I admire, as much as it irks me a lot of times and bothers me, and I just be over it. I admire your personality. I'm not one that meets people well. It's not because I'm, bougie or standoffish or anything like that. I just am not the one to be like, hey, I'm not the guy to go up to people and be like, what's up, what's your name, or that kind of thing. You don't meet strangers at all. Everybody, honestly, that knows you speaks well of you. You have an impression on people. You make an impact on people just in their meeting. up front, not even getting into you knowing people for long periods of time and that sort of thing. But just in your meeting people, there's an impact that you have. You have a level of charisma. I'd even go as far as to say like an it factor. There's just, I don't know, there's just something about je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. I said,
there's just something about you, very talented. Yeah, very talented. I just, and your outgoing personality as well. Those are things that I admire in Jacoby as well as yourself. I am outgoing. I mean, I go after things, but I think I could be a lot more active or do a better job or maybe go higher in those things. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
If you got called that your sibling was in jail, one, who would you think they was talking about before they said the name? And two, what would the crime be?
Robert.
I'm gonna say Robert. And I feel like it would be like for fighting. I'm just Robert, because when you get in that mode, you be like, I don't care, bro. It's whatever. Like, I'm grown, man. We can square up. Mm-hmm. And we be like, but he just asked you, did you want some more sauce for your fries? You see, he's not objecting. So Robert was saying, our love for life.
I just think I just like it when we all have that. You call it being petty, but I like the fact that when we like get on a roll and we just be laughing at the same thing, or like I said, how we just click.
We be making our mama mad. Love you though.
Yeah, I like that about us. We're all educated. We all hold master's degrees. We're all Greek. We all, joined, a fraternity and a sorority. Yeah.
Rodriguez?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What do we all have in common?
A lot of those things Robert just said. I was trying to think of what to say about the petty thing, because I didn't want to say petty. I think it is
because we're not petty.
We do.
We're not petty.
We do laugh at the same things and we think the same things. Just kind of like in Taco Tico the other day, the little girls, came up by us and we were just like.
Okay, I won't say petty, but it's like we have like, is it ESP? Is that what it's called?
No, that wouldn't qualify.
And then one of them done said bless you since I done sneezed twice.
Salud. Thank you.
No.
Well, it's like he said, we all three of us could be somewhere and somebody could be coming in like the mall or the store, and something in us would all gravitate to that same person, and then we would all look at each other and instantly be knowing what the other person is thinking and make a joke out of it.
I mean, that's not necessarily ES. That's not what it means when you.
I know, but I'm saying like we can all be thinking the same thing. We can talk about you for days though. We have a quick attitude.
I don't want the people to think that we be out here talking about folks.
That's our mama and daddy. Just play. Wait, this is.
No, I mean, we can all look at something or witness the same thing.
Not like, go ahead.
We can all look at something and witness the same thing, and then we could just all turn and look at each other, and we already know what we thinking. I know that's what you just said, but I don't want the people to think we just out here talking about people, because that's not what we do, right? Another thing, while we're right here in this, growing up, our father's a pastor, and I think a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people felt like, we had it all. I know I encountered people growing up and people that were around me in school felt like, we had it all together, or, I remember people used to be like, y'all don't watch rated R movies at y'all house. So your dad is a preacher, y'all got money. But people don't understand that everything that we have, we've worked for. We haven't gotten a free ride.
Yeah, we kind of been through a lot. House burning down, me getting sick, you almost dying in your car wreck.
I mean, you know, and I think people look at us and, you know, they see this picture, but I mean, we're not perfect at all. We got our own issues like everybody else does. So we don't want people to think, you know, once again, that we out here talking about people, because we know what it feels like to be talked about. A lot of people can, you know, smile in your face and say that they happy for you or wish the best for you, or even envy and covet what you got. But people don't understand, like, and I'm trying to stay, you know, PG-13 and not cuss, because I will. Just because this ain't my channel, but a lot of people don't understand, like, the stuff that we got, we have to work for, and it didn't come easy, and we don't have to endure a lot of stuff, as with everybody. So I don't want people to just think that, oh, being a web is easy, your dad is a pastor, you grew up in the church, life is easy. Man, no, it's not like that at all. Like, it's just not. So we don't want people to think we are talking about people. We love people. You know, we love this bond right here, and we just, you know, we have fun like everybody else.
I wasn't trying to say we just be out here talking, but I'm saying, like, if
you gotta
clean it up
okay,
for some
I'm
people.
Cause if we're out somewhere and something happens, even if we in different parts of the room, it's like we can just look at each other and be like,
see, this gonna blow up and be famous, and we gonna get it.
We don't go out and talk about something. It's like we're not intentionally petty. But when we all get together, I'm sorry, we have pettiness in us, because there are, anyway, they can deny it all they want to. We have a good time. We're some good people to know and hang out with. Okay, did we already answer in what ways are we complete opposite?
No.
Okay, that one, and then one more, and after that, and then we done.
I'm more laid back than y'all are. I don't have to be, not saying that y'all are, but really this is more so in the case of Robert. I don't have to be out and about, out here, going to a party or this or that. I'm good with staying at home.
So all I do is party.
I'm good with reading a book. I'm good with,
I don't read books.
I'm good with just being
I'm about to
with just being to myself. I
See?
have to be in a mode to want to do things like
He
that.
didn't say none of that.
I don't
Go ahead. This is what I mean. It's like we can also say slick stuff.
I don't have to be out at a party. So I'm like, what party I'm going to?
I'm just saying, well, first,
No, I'm just asking. You talking about something?
I'm just saying, you always with people. You always are.
You're the life of the party.
Not that I'm not social, but you are always doing something very, very
Which
social.
is true. That answer, he's
You
the
had
opposite
party.
of you.
Yesterday, you just had the party with you're in a bike club. Y'all did something.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
I mean, that's like a regular meeting. I mean, we just had our Christmas.
That is how
gathering.
he is opposite from you, Negro.
Oh,
How are
okay.
you opposite from us? Gosh.
What's that?
She was asking he was asking if I could say Negro, but I did. I didn't say the other word, so.
How are we different? I go with the flow. I'm more spontaneous. Like, I can just up and just take a drive to New Orleans.
I was just about to say Chicago. I can just up and go to Chicago.
I mean,
and Texas. I'm in Chicago, y'all.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I can. I mean, at this point, I just like, hey, either we gonna do it or we not gonna do it. We've been talking about sibling tattoos for the longest time.
Gosh.
We still ain't got no tattoo.
I don't have the money. I mean, I got it. I don't have the money for no
we
gonna do it. That's gonna be our New Year's resolution.
No, I'm not making a New Year's resolution. Just something to make the night upkeep. So I'm spontaneous. I'm just gonna do it. You may look up. I may be over here. You may look up. I may, be
Literally.
over there. My birthday is in a couple weeks, so there's no telling what's going down. You know what I mean?
Literally, no
But
telling.
with them, it's
He'll wake
well,
up
I
and
got
I'm in
something I
Mexico.
gotta do, and I ain't got time for all that.
The
Just because
places
you have
that you-
schedules and have things to do doesn't
I mean, I
mean
got
that
a
you can't be
schedule too, but I'm just saying.
You have stuff that you got
Right.
to do as well.
You
I know.
you will just text us and be like, I'm in Chicago, I'm in LA, I'm in Mexico, I'm in Egypt. When was we supposed to get a notification that you was gone?
We've been talking about this stuff though. That's what I'm saying though. But it's all good. I'm spontaneous.
Like they said, I'm kind of a mixture of both of them.
I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away.
That's exactly how he is. Just do random stuff. I don't know. I'm a mix. Like I said, I'm a mixture of both of them. So it's like I can be laid back when I need to, but then I can also just. I'm not like go with the flow like water like he is. But I guess I'm just like a mixture of what both of them said about being the opposite.
I just ride the wave.
Last question.
I got to know the way it goes sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with having some type of plan. If you want to go to Mexico, say let's go to Mexico.
we do have
and then,
but we do all of this stuff. That's just like we were talking about doing something for Christmas, being out the country this year for Christmas. Remember that?
and nobody followed up with that.
No, I did, and I got all the packages together.
I said I didn't want to be out of the country on Christmas. So
Well,
That is.
I'm not for that.
okay, stay tuned for the Webs Go Out of the Country 2019. What do you think you'll be doing in 10 years' time? Or let's each answer. I was gonna say let's guess, but no, let's each just do that.
What I'm gonna be doing myself in 10 years' time?
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, I will be doing more performing, whether that's acting or singing, more voiceover work. Yeah, I hope to be really pursuing that and not doing my day job and doing performance on the side. I would like to be in the throes of performance as a profession as well as passion.
10 years from now,
I'm gonna be getting on. Make sure this is still on. Talk.
just extra.
It's still on. I didn't want you to.
That's how you can tell when you ain't used to nothing nice. Just get all up.
I'm trying to do better in 2019. More videos to come and go before it comes.
10 years from now, I'm hoping that I will still be working in higher education. Hopefully in a senior level position, maybe a dean of students of some sort, something like that. Still doing music, doing some writing for some people. Yeah, just whatever I'm gonna be doing in 10 years. I just want to make sure that I still have the peace and the joy that I have now. That doesn't come with or attached to like material stuff. I just want to be at peace and making a difference doing whatever I'm doing. And I know that I found my lane in working in higher education. Working with students is a passion of mine. Watching them grow, helping them develop, cultivating their leadership skills so they can go on to pursue everything that has been placed on. But yeah, just sharing that gift with the world, doing more music. I would love to do some music with my brother. I feel like he's like my top 5 independent artists. I don't tell him that often, but he's like top 5 independent artists that I have. Real quick, just shout out to all those indie artists out there, especially the ones that I like to listen to. Brian Murphy, Lake and Moore, my brother, Brandon Wilkins. I mean, that's top 4 right there, in no particular order. Just, pursuing those things and helping the people that I love reach their goals too.
Come on, Arkansas singers.
Well, technically, Brian is Texas.
We claiming. For me, 10 years, PhD in that thing. Hopefully it'll take me 10 years to get it. I do still want to work in higher education as well. I love the kids. Love to see them grow and be great. But I also want like my own private practice for some type of mental health counseling, because I'm a big advocate for that, especially in the Black community. It's free services that you already paying for at your host institution, so use all your services. So maybe being the PhD psychologist and a counseling department at a school, really I want to own my own as well, so I can make my own hours and make that contract money. And I don't know, doing something that allows me to travel and talk to people, whether that's motivational speaking or going into the colleges with my degree and helping them to improve their programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you can see, oh, snap skis. My brothers is smart, they is kind, and they is important. And our mommy is texting us, or me. And I just wanted to give y'all a little shout out or spotlight into my life from my brothers. They keep me sane. I hope I keep them sane. You can see we fight a lot, but at the end of the day, we come back together and we smile because we love each other. Okay, people. As always, I hope you have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that good jazz. As I always say, stay moisturized in these streets because our melanin needs it. Y'all got something y'all want to say? Final words?
Thanks for having us.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
06 to the good bro.
Oh my gosh.